my name's Sandra and I'm taking you through a stretch and mobility class today, so welcome. Today you're going to need a chair and a mat. We are doing quite a lot of work on the floor, so you might want to be on a softer surface if you've got dodgy knees or ankles or anything. So please be aware to just work at your own pace. If something doesn't feel right in your body, you're the best judge of your body. You're in your body, I'm not. So please just take it nice and easy. And you can take the progressions if you like, or just back it right off. Okay? So I hope you're all fit and well. We're going to start with a little bit of mobility work. So just getting everything sort of moving. So nice sort of relatively little circles at the moment, and then we'll take it the other way. That's it, and then go back again and maybe increase that circle just a little bit. And forwards. Nice. All right, bring both arms into sort of a butterfly swimming action, and then take the arms back. That's it. All right, and we're just going to bring the shoulders in. So really just rolling the shoulders back, and then rolling the shoulders forward. Good. Go back again. And forward. Alright, so just taking the hips side to side and just reaching down just a little. So getting a bit of a stretch through the side of the body, side of the leg, back. And then take it into a circle. And other way. Okay, go back side to side. Just breathing in and out as it feels natural for you. Circle. That's it, and other way. Other way. Alright, so bringing the feet together, we're going to take those knees into a circle one way. And then circle the other way. That's it, go again. Circle. And reverse. Nice. So really just getting that body moving. Okay, moving down to the ankles. Circle the foot. And try and imagine drawing a circle with your big toe. Now reverse it. Go back again. So you can hang on to something if you need to here. It's not a balance exercise, but it's nice to be able to work the balance at the same time. Reverse. Okay, other side. So is one ankle feeling a bit tighter than the other? Take note of these things as we do left and right. So you might need to spend a little bit more time on one side of your body. Reverse again. And back. Lovely. Alright, so just bringing the hands up, we're just going to take some swings here. So your feet are about hip width to start with. And as you bend your knees, you're going to swing your arms back and then come up. Exhale, Inhale, reach up nice and tall. Release. Okay, 2 more. Alright, now we're going to take the feet wider and do a similar thing but with a squat. So reaching up, squatting down and through. And as you come up this time, just press the hips forward a bit more. So it kind of looks like this. Press the hips forward, down, reaching up nice and high. Alright, just 4 more of these. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Alright, nice. So we're going to bring the arms together. So the backs of the hands come together. And then we're going to open up big. Inhale. Exhale. So as you come forward, bend the knees. Round your back. Open up. Beautiful. Okay, now this one, next one's a little bit more difficult. So if you bring one arm forward, and I'd like you to think about moving your shoulder blade here. So pull back with the action through the shoulder blade. So it's not this. You pull back, feeling that work in the upper back. Okay, just a couple more on this side. And then we'll go over to the other side. So forward, pull back. Try not to lift your shoulder, excuse me, up to your ear. So keep it quite low. And think about using that shoulder blade to bring your arm back. There will be a little bit of a softening through the elbow here. It's not perfectly straight the whole time. Now, can you do both together? Generally, that's quite a lot harder. So pull back and pull back and in. And as you pull back, really squeeze your shoulder blades together. So this is kind of a strength and flexibility move. Alrighty, so just swing it all out. Okay, so we're just going to give the neck a quick stretch here. So standing with your feet about hip width, we're just going to turn the head as far as you can in one direction until it stops, obviously, unless you want to do a complete 360. Now, in that end position, take a breath in. And on your breath out, see if you can turn your head a little bit more. You've got to use that out breath. Breathe in. Now breathe out and turn a little bit more. Good job. Come back to center. Shrug it off and then go the other way. So turn. Or stop. You breathe in. You breathe out and keep turning. Breathe in and out and turn. Nice. Alright, come back to the centre. Okay, so we're about to get down onto the floor. So, might be time to strip off, I think. Okay, so coming into cat and cow. So you're having your hands under your shoulders, your knees are under your hips. We're just going to mobilise that spine. So drawing the belly in, rounding the back, tucking the chin in here. And then just slowly releasing. Now, if you can lift the head and arch the back, but if that doesn't feel good on your back, just come to a neutral spine. Alright. Lift up, tuck the chin in, and then release. So just working to whatever rhythm feels good for your body. You can stay longer in these moves, or you can move quicker. Not too quick. What feels good in your body today? Round, tuck. Make sure you keep the arms straight. Alright, everybody come to a neutral spine. Alright, we're going to turn and look behind. So your eye gaze stays on the floor, but you're looking back to your toes. You come back to centre, so there will be a little bit of shifting here through the hips. You turn and go the other way. Back to centre, and just keep doing that. Which side feels tighter? Okay, just one more on each side. Okay, so we're going to pull back here and just bring the arms forward. Now if you don't feel comfortable with your head down here, you can stack your fists and rest your forehead here. Knees are wide, toes together. Just settle down here and just feel that nice stretch through your lower back. And maybe even quadriceps. So on the front of the thighs. Okay, so we're going to lift up here and then bring one arm through. So your tail stays up relatively high. Try to rest your head down and your palm of the bottom arm is turned up. Now the other hand is in sort of a push-up position. If this is enough for you, stay here. If you feel you can, add a little bit of a twist here. So there's a little bit of a turn. If that doesn't feel right, don't do it. Alright, lift on up. And we'll do the other side. So bringing one arm through. Resting the head down. Try to get the shoulder down if you can. And if you want to, add that little bit of a twist. So you're just pushing with the push-up arm into the floor a bit more. Alright, and release. Okay, so this next one you'll need to be in a wall. You'll need to be near a wall, okay? And it would be best if you had bare feet, otherwise people aren't going to be happy if you get dirty marks on the wall. So clean feet or socks. So what you do is you come up nice and close to the wall and you just pivot down with your feet up on the wall like this. Okay. So at the moment it's nice and cruisy. We're going to add a little bit of a hip stretch here. So if you're really tight through your hips or you're feeling really cold, you might want to spend a bit more time warming up here. Or you can take your feet higher, okay? So what we do is we're going to lift up the hips, cross over, flex the foot, and then bring the butt down if you can, right? So the lower you have this other leg, the more intense the stretch will be. So if it's too much, take that foot further up the ceiling, up the wall. All right, flex this foot here. So you're flexing and it feels much nicer on the knee rather than pointing the toe. And because we've got our hands free here, if you want to increase the stretch, don't press on the knee, but press on that thigh. So just pressing that leg out a little bit. Just breathe and relax. Okay, so this can be quite an intense stretch if you want it to be. Alright, so just release that one. Maybe just spend a bit of time giving your legs a bit of a wiggle. And then crossing over. So flexing the foot, lowering the butt down. And if you want to, you can push that thigh away. Or you can spend a bit of time here, just like this for a bit. And then, as you feel it start to loosen up, then you can start to press away. So stay there longer if you would like to. Okay, so we're going to come up into a seated position. So, this is nice to do up against a wall. But I'll do it this way today, okay? So the soles of your feet are together, okay? So if you've got a wall, use it, okay? Go sideways. Go. So the soles of the feet together, alright? So the closer you have the soles of your feet to your groin, the more intense this stretch will be. So just spend a little bit of time being really, really careful here. Just little butterfly wings. And then just holding in whichever position feels right. So feet away or closer in. Make sure you're really well supported here. And then bring the hands just to the inside of the thighs there. So check in. Is this feeling even on each side? So what I'd like you to do, if you can, right, is to just gently push your knees up towards the ceiling, but you're going to have your hands here to push down at the same time. So as you push up with the knees, you're pushing down with the hands to resist. Right? If you don't want to do this, just stay exactly as you are. Right? Let's go. We're going to push up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Relax, taking a breath in, and then on the breath out, just relax your knees out a little bit more. Can you just let go of your bottom here? So often what happens is you hold your body quite tight and your bottom is squeezing. Can you just relax? Feel the stretch, how it changes once you relax your body into it. Okay, we're going to take our hands underneath. Again, stay exactly as you are if you don't want to increase this. This time we're actually going to attempt, so we lift up a fraction with the knees, and we're going to attempt to push down into the hands, but resist. Ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stop pushing, take a breath in, bring the hands to the top. And on the breath out, see if you can relax your knees out. Alright, so to come out of that, it's probably a good idea just to bring your hands to the outside of your knees and assist the legs up. Bring them out and just give them a bit of a shake. Alrighty. So, what we're going to do now is what we call in some classes swan pose. So what you do is you bring one leg forward and then that leg comes in. Okay, so if I go front on, it looks like this. So the heel is in towards the groin, and the idea is that you're wanting to stay relatively even here, so not like this. Okay, that's kind of defeating the purpose. So if you find it like that, and that your body just won't straighten up, if you've got a block at home or a towel or something that you could pop under that butt cheek, that will even you up. Alright. So also you can have that back leg bent if you need to. Alright. So if you can, straighten the leg, even yourself up, heel to groin. And then just walk your body down. So you can stack your hands. You can be here. You can be upright. It doesn't matter. As long as you're feeling a stretch is all that matters. Come on down. Just relax into it. And check in. Are you even? Are your hips even? Really important that they are. Alright. So you can stay there, or if you want to, you can add on by bending the back foot and bringing it in for a quadriceps stretch. So it looks like this. Try to level off. It's a big, big quadriceps stretch. If you want to, you can push that foot back. So if you push your foot back and lift up a little higher, it just changes the stretch a little higher up. Nice. So release, and we'll do the other side. So, other leg forward, and then bring the heel into the groin. Remember, you can bend that back leg. You can use your towel or block, whatever you have on hand, but please make sure that you are level. So you've got to roll that hip down, roll forward, and just breathe, feeling that stretch in your bottom. Lucky we've already done that little pre-stretch with our feet up on the wall, so it probably is not as excruciating as it could be. So if you want to, you can add that quad stretch. I'll leave it up to you. So grabbing the foot, turning the body, so turning the shoulders to the front of the mat. And then if you want to, pushing that foot back so that you lift up and feel the stretch more into the hip flexor. Alrighty, release. Okay, so just stand up if you can and have a little walk around just to let everything ease off a little bit. Okay, so we're going to get into a little bit of arm work. So this is actually a pec stretch, but you possibly will also feel it down the arm. It is quite an intense stretch, So if you have shoulder issues, please be very, very careful. And you know, the instructions I give, I will tell you if you need to back off. All right. So the arm, one arm is out at an angle like this. So you're like that, okay? And the idea is to try to have your fingertips in line with your head, okay? So you're like this. Now, if possible, and I know not everybody will be able to do this, we're going to try and roll that shoulder in towards the wall or thereabouts. In that general direction would be good, right? The other hand is in a push-up position. You take a breath in, and then on the breath out, see if you can just walk your feet out a little bit. It's quite a strong stretch. If it's too much, back it off, all right? Come further away from the wall. So try to relax your shoulders here. Often when we get a painful stretch, everything does this. That's not the idea. So just breathe and try to relax into it. Sometimes also you'll get a bit of tingling in the fingers. That's quite normal. Don't panic. Alright, just turn back towards the wall and then just release your arm and just let it hang. Let it swing. Big, big stretch here. Thank goodness we've only got two arms, so we've only got to do it one more time. Alright, so you're here, hand roughly in line with your head, because the angle of my iPad, it looks like my hand is a lot higher, but in fact it's not. Alright, roll that shoulder in. Other hand in push-up position. Breathe in and lift the chest. Breathe out and just see if you can walk your feet out a little bit. But be really, really careful here. Relax your shoulders down. And when you've had enough, turn back towards the wall and let the arm hang again. Alrighty, so just get the shoulders a roll. Now the next one is more of a stretch for the arm itself rather than the pec minor. So everybody's different with flexibility through their wrists. A lot of people have arthritic wrists. If that's you, rather than having your hand back like that on the wall, just bring your hand up like that, okay? Or you can even just have your fingers on the wall, all right? So, you're here like this. Okay, and you'll notice that my shoulder, my elbow and my wrist are pretty much in line. I'm inhaling. And then I'm just walking away just a fraction and leaning into the arm a little bit. But if that's not good for you, please don't do it. Remember, you're in your body, I'm not. I don't know how it's feeling. So it's just a little bit of, I'm doing a little bit of a lean. Then all I'm going to do here is lift up through the chest and then turn away. And ow, that's a big, big stretch. Doesn't look like much, but wow. Alright, turning back and then letting the arm hang. Good job. Alright, so other side when you're ready. Excuse my back. So make sure that your wrist, elbow, shoulder are in line. You're pulling your shoulders down. If you want to, you can lean in a little bit more. And then lift the chest and turn away. When you're ready, turn back to the wall and let it hang. All right, so grab your chair. Have a seat. Okay. So, really nice stretch this one. So you've got to be quite forward on your chair here. Take your legs wide and maybe bring half a butt cheek, so half your right butt cheek off the chair a little bit, okay? Your feet are wide so that you feel really quite stable. Bring your right hand and you're holding underneath that chair there, okay? So the other leg goes over. You inhale from here and then just exhale and come over. And you might find that your neck is not comfortable in this position. If that's you, you can look down to the floor. Or not. Alright, so we're going to add on here if you want to. The other arm comes up and then you come over. And you're reaching. It's a wonderful stretch through the side of the body. So with each exhalation, can you reach that a little bit further? So good. Okay, roll that hand down to the thigh and use your hand to push up. Alright, and just do a little swish to release those muscles. Okay, when you're ready, go to the other side. So hand comes under, legs nice and wide for stability here. Breathe in, breathe out. If you want to, have that other arm in. Big breath in, breathe out, bring it all over. So try not to sort of cave into it. So try to keep your body nice and open here. When you're ready, roll the shoulder forward, bring the hand to the thigh, push yourself up, and swish. Alright, so this time again, seated, no, you can actually sit back for this one. But you will need to sort of hang one leg off, okay? So bring your hand, your left hand, in line with your hip, okay? So what we're going to do is just lean over here. So your ear, your right ear is coming down towards your right shoulder, not your right shoulder coming up to meet your right ear. So it might be just a tiny move. This chair's not the greatest for this move. Feeling that stretch through the side of the neck. The chin is facing forward, it's not tucked in like this. If that is enough, so if you have a really sensitive neck, this will be enough for you, okay? If you would like more, you just bring your fingertips just above your ear. And you're not yanking that head down, you're just resting the head there. Okay, and if you can, a little contraction here by pushing your head gently into your fingers. for 3, 2, 1. Relaxing, breath in, breath out. Take the hand away, bring it to the other side of the head, not the other head, and push up. Alright. And roll. Okay, so maybe just take a chin to chest, going side to side, just to loosen up a little bit. Alright, other side. So leg hanging off, hold on, hand in line with the hip. That's important because we want to work the side of the neck. Often when we work the back or the front of the neck, we change the hand position. So hand directly in line with the hip and lean. So the ear towards the shoulder. And if you want to, be very, very careful, only if you feel you can. Just the fingertips above the ear. Don't yank on your neck, please. Be very careful here. Breathe and relax. Okay, if you can, gently push back. Head into fingers for 3, 2, 1. Relax. Breathe in. Breathe out. Let it go. Take the hand away to the opposite side of the head. Oh, and shrug it off. Nice. Okay. So, just standing up for the next one. Now, often in classes we do this stretch, which is a shoulder stretch. This time I'd really like you to try to get some momentum up if you can. So really swing and grab, and then bring this free hand to behind the head. So you want this part of the arm to sort of be sitting along the throat. I know. Alright, it's quite a big stretch. Thumb up. If you want to change the stretch a little, thumb goes down, but I find I get a better stretch here. So feeling that stretch through the shoulder, maybe even through the arm a little bit. Alright, release. Give the shoulders a roll, and then we'll go the other way. So get your momentum up, bring it across. Lost it now. Thumb up, thumb down, whatever feels right for you. Just gently pulling that arm across. Oh, it feels wonderful in the shoulder. And release. Okay. Give the shoulders a roll. Now, I just wanted to finish today with a little bit of a stretch for the feet, I should say. Now the feet certainly get a lot of work, alright? We really punish our feet and we never give them any love. So just wanted to give them a little bit of love today. So what we'll do is we'll just sort of start by wiggling each toe, circling one way, circling the other way, and then moving down to the next toe, one way then the other. You don't have to spend a long time there. It's working. Until you get right down to the little toe. And then just taking the foot and working it. So circling one way, and again, if you're arthritic through the feet, please be really careful. Only do what feels good for you. And the other way. you might want to spend a little bit of time sort of just massaging out this little bony bit right here. I often that can be quite sore. Alright, so this is the tricky bit. Working on the sole of the foot. Now please be really careful here. We're going to thread one finger in between each toe. Alright, now if you've got really, really fat fingers, please be really careful, only go down a little way. If it feels like you've got to split the webbing, please don't back it off, okay? Don't wait till you split the webbing and then, oh my goodness. Alright, so depending on the flexibility that you have through your toes, you may be able to get your fingers, so the webbing on your fingers, all the way down to the webbing on the toes. I know this seems weird. Make sure that you're working from the sole of the foot, not from the front of the foot. Front of the foot is cheating big time. Just circling one way and the other. Alright, now this is the best bit. Just take your fingers out and give your toes a wiggle. Oh, and see if you can widen. How wide can you get your toes? In and out. Sorry, I've got to look at my ugly feet. Alright, nice. Okay, moving on to the other side. So wiggling the toes one way, then the other way, and working down. This is our way of thanking our feet for everything it does. They do. So all the way down to your little toe. And then working on that little bony bit right in here. Just giving it a little bit of massage, a little bit of love. And then working the toes one way and the other. Oh, it just cracked then. Alright, a little bit of a massage. Okay, so whenever you're ready, hands from the sole of the foot, remember. Little finger, little toe, and the next one, and the next one, and the next one. Oh. And see how far down you can go. Once you're there, give them a bit of a wiggle. Please don't push your fingers down any further than you think you can. That's just silly. Okay. So it's almost like breathing for your toes. Because quite often, most of the time, our feet are all squished together in our shoes. This is just a way of letting them breathe. Okay, when you're ready, best bit, take the fingers out. Oh, how good does that feel? So wide, narrow, wide, narrow. And if you ever do this again, probably won't want to ever do it again, but I love it. So if you do decide to do it again one day, maybe just see how far you can take your toes out, then do that and then try it again and just see if there's any difference. Hopefully there will be. All right, thank you for joining me today, everybody. Please stay well, stay safe. And I hope to see you soon. Bye.